People create incredibly fulfilling lives in the military. But, as awesome as military service is, it comes at a high cost and it can be really challenging.
That was the very first deployment that we only had 24 hours notice. If I came home from work at about 4:15 and all of this stuff was all over my driveway, and by Wednesday morning at 2 a.m., he was gone. Then I dealt with sickness, a baby, a miscarriage, and I just shoved it all down. And by the time he came home, I was not in a good place.
For many years now, Blue Star Families has been looking at the component of military family resilience. Such a key part of listening for us is this annual survey. One of the things that we've noticed coming out of COVID into this year, that it's time for us to really get back to basics. It is those basic building blocks of health: physical and mental health, economic security, food insecurity, the housing insecurity that we've seen. A lot of it is this broken lifestyle of moving over and over again. And so that's what we dove into this year.
I just broke down sobbing. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe that they're giving us 16 days, now 15 because the day is over, to leave our home, to leave our family, our friends, my job, our house, our homeschool group, with no notice, all of it on personal credit cards. Cost about $5,000. We couldn't activate the government travel card because they didn't give us enough time. We felt alone. We really felt like we were left high and dry.
If the family's feeling that the family itself is suffering by continuing in military service, then in this all-volunteer force, people will simply choose to not continue to serve.
My sailor has signed up to be in the military and he loves his job and he loves what he does. And as his spouse, this is something that we've made the decision together. But if you treat us and the family as expendable, there's going to end up being hard choices that have to be made.
And then, of course, economically, it is extremely difficult for military spouses, as educated, as trained as they are, to maintain that second income.
I didn't leave the workforce because I didn't love my job. I left the workforce because that's just what works best for our family, our transient family. But we did experience financial difficulties, and we definitely took advantage of any kind of, discount or free activity that we could do, like events that Blue Star Families puts on. I found a lot of joy in service, so I volunteered, and that kind of filled that, being productive, that self-worth bowl.
The military family of 2009, 2014, 2019, 2022, they are all different. And so by taking that pulse, that temperature as often as we do, we can see what's going on and we can surge the response where we need it. Not just us in Blue Star Families, but we share that information with policymakers, with military service leaders, with our fellow nonprofits, so we can understand our community and help them get to where they need to be.
As my youngest reached school age, I was hoping that I would be able to get back into the technology field. So when I saw the opportunity for this fellowship posted on the Blue Star Families Career Spouse Force Facebook page, I got right to work on getting that submitted, because this was a great opportunity, like I said, to be able to focus on learning Salesforce, getting that hands-on experience, getting that real-world experience.
So when Jared joined the military, Blue Star Family was one of the groups that they recommended, and I followed them, followed emails. They did a sleep number sweepstakes, and when my husband was deployed in Afghanistan, he was like, we're never going to win that, right? The next thing I know, I had 8 news channels on my front lawn and a Dallas Cowboy getting out of the sleep number truck. And looking back, I'm like, it was one of those experiences that my kids, they just were overjoyed in the midst of, for them, turmoil.
For me, rejoining the workforce has been really important for me because I've had something of my own. I've been able to see my own successes, and now I get to share my big and small successes with my family, and we can, congratulate mommy for once.
There are key things that people need to really thrive. Families do need time together. People do need to have a certain level of comfort about their physical and their mental health. And they need to have a sense of belonging. They need to be in communities that they feel recognize them and support them.
I, by nature, want to be like, how can I help? Let me bring you a meal. Let me put wine on your porch. Hey, let me take your kids for a couple of hours so that you can just have 10 minutes to yourself. Just little things like that to know that somebody out there cares for another military family. Man, it makes a world of difference.
We are military family members ourselves. We have that insight that comes from the lifestyle. We have the trust that comes from our community. And we're really pleased to be able to bring the research, the data, the evidence-based, and the partnerships that are so powerful to help try to make a difference. We're really happy to have you on this journey with us.